To be honest, it's not. It's all focusing about Cheshire at the moment. It's really from everybody's point of view. I think we're focusing on that game. We've had a couple of bad results, to be honest, and ever since we walked off the court at Newcastle, the focus has been on what's coming up, and whether Andreas is here or not doesn't really change anything. We've got to get a result at the weekend, so that's been the focus. Been far more worried about this interview than about the game, in truth. So.
We talk about what's coming up. I mean, you've got four or 4.5 games. Let's say whilst Andreas is away, and 2 of those games are against Cheshire Phoenix, so there could be huge implications on the playoff race.
Massive. I mean, it is a playoff game in all but name. If we get the win at the weekend, then we've got the tie-break on them, so it's like a game and a half, really. But from their point of view, I think it's absolutely a must-win game for them. They will be coming in with that mentality that says it's a one-off must-win game, and that makes them particularly dangerous because we know that they've won the cup already this season in one-off games. They're as good, if not better, than anybody. So it's going to be really tough. It's going to be a big one.
Well, you're not going to be on your own because you are going to have Chris Bourne and Alex Jones there to help you out as well. How much are you kind of looking forward to this experience, and how much have you been preparing for this experience?
Well, I've been sat on the bench with Chris for years, mostly because he's been injured and unable to play, and so we've been sitting there doing a running commentary on most of the games going back to BBL days. So I know Chris very well, and I'm sure that's going to go down very well. Jan's going to be crucial to it in terms of supplying doing the scouting, supplying the game tape of the opposition, and getting that ready, because that's a very difficult, time-consuming thing to do. But it's vital if we're going to be prepared for these games. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that side of things, working with those guys a lot more closely.
We've been working with Andreas as well for a number of years now, dating all the way back to Division 1 days and even further than that as well. I mean, what have you learned from your time with Andreas that you can take into this experience?
I've learned a few words of Greek that probably wouldn't go down very well if he used them in Athens, I imagine. I think the thing with Andreas, I think we've always had very similar views on the game and how the game should be played. We might be very different in the way that our public personas portray it. We're both very passionate. I think he finds it a bit more difficult to control his passion than I do. But I think in terms of what our values are, in terms of what good basketball's supposed to look like, then I don't think there's an awful lot of difference, really.
Will you be in touch with him quite a lot whilst he's out there? Because I know he's going to try and watch the games despite the time difference, isn't he?
I can absolutely guarantee he's going to be in contact with me. I'm sort of expecting my first text message at the moment asking how things are going. I don't know, which is typical of him. He'll want to know exactly what's going on. He will be following things very closely, so I don't think I will need to worry about keeping in contact with him. He'll be getting in contact with me for sure.
Well, it's going to be no Daniel Dozy either this weekend, because of course he flies out with Andreas, but you will still have Mike Vigor, because I believe they don't fly out until next week.
That's right, yeah, so Mike will be there for one more game. Dan, no, he's going to be a big loss for us. He's been very consistent throughout the season, definitely. So, and he's deserved that spot in the squad. So he's going to be a big loss. But Cheshire have got a man down as well. I think all the teams we're playing, Alden Jackman won't be there for Cheshire. Mike Tuck's not going to be with Sheffield, and Callum Jones won't be there when we play Manchester. So everybody's going to be men down. So it's kind of an equaliser. It's going to be how the guys that are suddenly playing a few more minutes respond. That's going to be big in deciding those games, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be a big blow without Daniel, and also without Mike Vigor once he flies out there as well. But you have been able to boost the squad with the addition of the 2 Delpeche brothers. Yeah,
we did. They flew in on Monday, and I saw Malcolm and Marcus for the first time last night in training. And they're certainly going to give a lot of energy and athleticism to the group. Very much what we need. We do need some oomph in the front court, really, because we're losing 2 good big guys. But they came in last night and made a good start to things. So hopefully within the next few days, it's going to have to be. They're going to be ready to make a contribution for us.
And just finally, of course, a lot of people already know this, but during the week, you are a history teacher at Backwell School. Have you had many messages of good luck from any of your students?
I've had a lot of people coming up to me today offering firm handshakes for one reason or another. I think I've got you to thank for that. But and I will not going to say anything about the Loch Ness Monster. Fake news, maybe. But I'm lucky. It's actually fallen really well because we're on East holiday next couple of weeks. So this week's a bit frenetic, really, trying to get everything at school sorted out for the end of term and still get to training. I've got to get to training after a parents' evening tomorrow, so that'll be fun. But I'm fortunate that for the next fortnight, certainly, I'll be able to give it 100% focus.